Good morning, everybody. This is the Quarter Hour Spark. First thing on a Friday morning. I am Callum.
I'm also Callum.
I'm Rowan, sorry.
And we are Rowan, it's first thing. We rehearsed
I'm so used
this.
to clockwise, I messed up.
And for the first time ever making his debut onto the Quarter Hour Spark, everybody please give it up for the wonderful Mr. Duncan Laurie.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Cue clapping sound effect.
This is filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Beautiful.
It's not, don't sue.
Duncan, how do you feel?
Sue us.
How do you feel to be on the show, my friend?
I'm very excited. Yes, and tired, but more excited.
I'm more excited than tired.
Yes.
Good. I can reveal today, my friends, that we actually had 17 topics overall today.
Goody.
This is a combination of what we got this week and some of the topics that were given in quite late last week. Specifically, Elizabeth and Ian, shout out to you as always for listening and tuning in. Duncan, as a special guest, 1 to 17, so what would you like?
For...
Oh, I should also warn you that our wonderful sound guy Elijah has sent in quote-unquote lad suggestions. So it's like playing Russian roulette, and trust me, like if we get one, you'll know about it.
Can I just pick them anyway? No, okay.
I would like those questions,
I will
please.
go for number 3.
Number 3. Okay.
Number 3, my love.
I picked number 3.
I'm selected to lead, not to lead. Okay, 15 minutes on the clock, starting now. Duncan, do you remember anything before the age of 3? And if so, what? This was given to us by Elizabeth. Elizabeth, thank you very much.
I'm actually really bad with stuff like this. I'm surprised if I remember anything like past yesterday. Like,
Good.
Right.
no. Probably. I don't know.
Are you going to forget who you are? Are you going to have one of these existential crisis moments halfway through the show?
One of the earliest memories I have, which was actually before I was 3, was I remembered getting my first dog, or my only dog. And what basically happened was I said to my dad a couple of years ago, I was like, I remember getting him, and he said, "There's no way you can. You were, you know,
You lying small child.
You're lying. You can't even speak."
Babbling words right now.
And then I told him like word for word what had happened, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, that's right."
You strange, retentive boy.
Yeah, and that was pretty weird. So that's probably the earliest memory I have.
And how old were you about then? Can you remember?
Hopefully before 3, so that answers the question.
It fits in the zone.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It was very young, probably about 3.
Rowan, what about you?
Well, I've talked about my very earliest memory. I think a couple of 3 or 4 weeks ago, something like that. I was going to see my dad in a play,
That's right.
or a musical. Even he was a musical guy. I did not get his singing voice clearly, but other than that,
Are you kidding? It's beautiful.
Other than that, I can only remember like glimpses of stuff. Stuff like that. I think one of the most vivid is when I moved out of my first house, and for some reason, even though I knew I was living in a new house, I was driven past the old one and saw new cars there. I was going, "Mum, what are those people doing in our house?" She said, "We moved out, darling." I went, "Oh yeah, bastards in our house."
Stupid kid, we live somewhere else now. I can't remember anything. My earliest memories from being like, I don't know, 5 or 6 something. My earliest just don't exist to me.
I'm finding, can you remember anything earlier than the age of 3? Like, really specific? Like, can you remember anything from your early childhood? And most people are like, no. at least I remember very little from my early childhood.
Where's your cut-off point?
I don't, honestly, everything's sort of a blur until, like, sort of 7. So everything happens like at the same time. Yeah. And by 7 I was addicted to opiates. And that's just when it all got fucked up.
Anything pre-alcohol is a bit of a sort of like hazy area. It's just like, what did I do?
Wait, so alcohol sharpens your vision?
Post-alcohol is just a different hazy area.
I'm a Scottish-born child. What can I say?
I started young, my mum put it in my shreddies for me just to kind of warm me up in the mornings. It was great. I'm trying to remember.
I think the earliest thing I can remember is the sort of like spraining my ankle on like a sort of nursery outing.
Oh wow.
And like I went over it and then landed in a thorn bush. So like my earliest memory that I
Double
can
tap.
like recall is some sort of like twisted, like Lynchian. Look at me, I'm nursery. There are happy, smiley people, and I'm out in the park, and it's lovely. But my ankle is just an unimaginable pain, and I am covered in blood because I fell into a bush and wouldn't stop like moving. So it's like I've got this great juxtaposition between childhood and the horrors of war. And so that's just where I am.
I swear the idea of falling into a thorny bush is something Freudian about it. We just don't know about it yet,
We assume Freudian. Nope, just pain. Assume Freudian. Nope, just pain.
Just a dumb kid mistake.
And there's a thorn in my butt. There it is. Oh, lovely. I really sorry, Duncan. I met dogs when I was a kid, and I went over to my friend Luke's house when I was in Essex, and his dog went up to see me, and I backed away so much, tripped over a stone, fell ass first into a thorn bush, and then his mum, I was so badly injured, his mum actually had to take the tweezers and pluck the thorns, and I'm a bear behind. That's a lovely image for you first thing in the morning.
I sure needed that.
Thorn bushes just seem to attract children. Because when I was small, we used to climb trees like you did.
Yeah.
And this is just kind of this kind of connotes how brutal children are as well. Because we were all climbing the tree. Our friend Daniel sort of was going on this very risque branch, I could describe it as, and it just completely snapped. He fell into thorns, the fall, as if the fall wasn't enough. God decided, no, you shall be punished more in the thorn bush, and then literally none of us knew what to say, and it just kind of fell silent until one of our friends just went, "Oh, you didn't have to break the tree."
I thought when you were saying
Blood murderer.
This will tell you how brutal children are. It's like, yeah, we're all climbing the tree, and then someone pulls out a saw. It's like, right, let's play danger tree. I'm just going to start cutting.
Everyone has to stand around the tree, and when the tree starts falling, you can't move.
It's like the Hunger Games, and the fact that one kid starts cutting a wasp nest, and everyone just waits to see what happens.
Maybe we should warn him. No. He stole my bike the other day.
The days before the internet.
There was a lot more pain then.
It was.
When kids learn through experience.
Or as we called it, adventure.
Yeah, I've never landed on the back of my head watching YouTube.
Well,
These are the merits of the internet.
Some of those scary maze videos. Straight back in my chair.
I remember there was this one video that I was watching this one time, and I was young as well, so this sort of counts. It was like, does anyone ever remember a computer game called The Movies?
No,
It was this wonderful sort of management sim where you run a movie studio in California.
You play this as a kid?
Yeah.
That's really
It was,
Crash Bandicoot and other.
it was
in the days.
so good. Like, this was sort of like older childhood. Sort of like,
Older childhood.
So now.
So within primary school, but sort of not far enough along to be sort of like in high school.
So primary 7 kind of thing. When
Primary
flight simulators and
5,
things
6,
are
7, yeah. When you're
Yeah.
capable of like advanced motor function.
You were at that stage already? I wasn't.
So
I developed quickly.
So like this game was like great because not only could you sort of like run the studio, but you could also like micromanage the films you were making. So it worked as like a storyboarding tool because you just make them like do like repetitive bits and then put the scene together with other wee bits. So like bit by bit you can make like this animated film, and it was really, really great. And people would put the films that they made online on the sort of the games forums. So me and a friend of mine were like, I've never actually seen any of these films. We should go in and just have a look. Sure, right, what's hot in the minute? Oh, there's a new film that's just come out, and it was called something like Devil's Curse or something like that. I'm like,
old were you?
So this should be interesting. So we watched that, and someone had made this horror movie on this game that was just like the worst shit imaginable. Like when the jump scare happened, we both like bolted out of our swivel chairs, which like fell over, and then my mate just started screaming, "Turn it off! Turn it off! Turn it off!" You know, I'm like, I don't know where the button is. I don't know where the button is. So it's just the two of us like freaking out at this like ring girl because they'd like sort of like cut image from the game with something else, and then put like a clip from like The Ring into this film, and we're just like, what what?
Someone went to a lot of work.
Oh, they went to a lot of work.
scare you shitless.
Yes,
Yeah.
to scare children in a game, like, you know. That's a very advanced game. Like at that age,
I am stronger.
at that age, I was, you know, talking about flight simulators. They were fun.
Oh,
But then
flight sims were great.
They were fun in the sense of your parents would buy you it thinking this will be good as a mature game of how to fly a plane with different controls, multitask management. No, it was a game. It was a game of flight tower, boom, terrorist training camps online. You know,
What's he doing, darling? He's learning.
he's learning. He's learning. Oh no, the police are here. They have seen what he's doing.
First time I tried to play one of those games, I was like 14, and my dad was going. You remember, start off slow. You get one of these like tiny one propeller planes, where it's like you're just sitting in a wee cushiony seat, and it's one propeller above you. It's like a Leonardo da Vinci contraption. But then I go, okay, let's just go for scenarios here.
Fighter jets.
Huge airliner, and it goes, and there's something wrong with the plane. You have to figure out what. And I'm just in the cockpit, and I'm going, okay, I don't really care. I'm going to flip all of these green switches to red. Suddenly, I'm in this complete nosedive towards the ground. It takes me like 20 minutes to hit the sea, and I'm just sitting there sipping tea, like, yeah.
Imagine if that was the real pilot as well, just sitting literally at a right degree angle, facing the ground with tea. Like, yeah.
Can't drink it, but it looks good.
It's flying up past his face.
It's just him trying to like get it as it goes past, just going.
Yeah. Like the Wallace and Gromit with the thing where it just comes up and goes back in the mug. You just got like this.
He just like pulls out a pair of like mirror shades. Like, tell me I'm not good enough for Top Gun.
He opens the door and yells at screaming passengers, guys, calm down. This looks amazing from where I'm. You should see it up here. No, stay in your seats. Stay in your seats.
It's all zero grav because it's going like straight down. So everyone's like, wow, 10 seconds before my immediate demise is like so much fun.
Hello, everybody. This is your captain speaking. If you want to look out the window, you will see burning debris.
This is your captain speaking.
Have a wonderful flight.
You will see the goods trolley probably flying past you at 50 miles an hour.
Don't hold your arm out, or you might lose that as well.
Unless you really want those KP nuts.
Imagine the captain thinks, how can I potentially make, like, what's the only thing I could do to make this situation worse? Goes in time, like, good evening, this is your captain speaking. Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
I'm just kidding.
Everyone just starts screaming.
But seriously, I think I've taken us too far and we may crash.
We're all going to die here. So, guys, 3-year-olds.
Yeah, that tangent went on
Yeah.
quite a while.
This is very much a QHS thing of
Yes,
let's have a topic. Oh wait, fun side. Oh wait, that's the topic over.
So what do you remember from your 3? Crashing a plane.
I remember crashing a plane and watching terrifying horror movies on the internet.
Simultaneously.
Simultaneously.
Why the point?
That's why I crashed.
I don't know what's scarier.
Where's the pilot? Well, there was a really scary film in the cockpit, so he's hiding. If everyone could just look.
He's just looking at the altitude. He's like 10,000 feet, 9,000. Don't go in the basement. Don't go in the basement.
Just someone looks to their right and there's just a guy in a captain costume. Shh, it's not me.
What happened? He saw dead people.
Similarly, to keep the Bruce Willis thing going, he's like found himself like hidden in the overhead baggage compartments. He's like slowly crawling through them.
Or trying to get to the only parachute that's at the end of the plane.
I've had it with these goddamn jump scares on this goddamn plane.
It's such a cheap form of horror.
Give me real threats. I want to be scared.
Wow.
Ugh.
Yep.
Like, this is, to be honest, the topic there, Elizabeth, should have been just planes.
It's making up for the real lack of
stunts.
significant memories I have from that time. The only one other one I can think of is undoubtedly I have never topped the badassery of this moment. I was not 3, no chance of that. I don't know.
I
7
like
or
how
8,
you
something like
use the variable, then whatever it is. Badassery. That's
Well,
wonderful.
no, because when you hear the story, you'll be amazed that a kid that age could have done something. I've never topped it. I'm not anywhere near as slick now. But I was in.
I
was in
killed a man.
With his
Shot at the bar. Yeah, it's like the Simpsons. I shot Mr. Burns from the pram.
Wait.
No, I didn't shoot.
Context here. What?
I didn't shoot. It's the Simpsons.
Come on,
episode.
man. Pop
Anyway,
culture.
okay,
Get
We'll
it.
get
Mr.
really
Burns
sidetracked.
isn't real, Kel.
Anyway, back to my
Excellent.
back to my youth badassery. I was in a sword fight with one of the neighbours who I incidentally went on to hate about a year later. But that's another
That's
story
another
entirely.
fun tale.
Yeah. And his little brother thought he'd jump out and scare me from behind a bush. And I was startled, so much so that there was a frisbee lying at my feet, which I kicked up into my own hand. Like I stamped on the edge of it and it flipped up, kicked into my own hand, whipped it behind me, and it smacked him in the face and gave him a black eye for 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
boy.
like a Mortal Kombat finisher.
Yeah. I didn't know whether
Just
to be
spikes come out
concerned
of the
or
frisbee.
to just
Finish him.
To be fair, Ralph,
Fatality.
like don't expect to ever do that again. Because even if you try to do that now, it just wouldn't work. End up hitting yourself in the face,
I would. I'd kick the frisbee up into my own mouth.
which is equally impressive to be
Yeah,
fair.
that would be a whole new
If you could
story.
do that and then just grip it with your teeth and just go,
Try and get off.
Throw it via your mouth.
I call this the rover pitch.
I just get into a wrestling match with my owner, like try and take it out of my mouth.
I want you to throw it again, but I don't want you to take it.
It's yours. No, I'm just joking. It's still mine.
I found it, but I don't want to pick it up and bring it back to you. Come over here and throw it in a different direction.
The glories of dogs.
Wow. Just
I like,
what-
I like how that's where we are now.
I was going to say that is actually the topic over, which we really breezed through, which is fantastic.
I think I'm just hoping like when we choose our next topic, we're gonna really shoot ourselves in the foot if it just comes up planes.
Discuss.
or
Oh,
like,
jeez, I used my best material.
yes, I know. It's like, so basically, sea latter.
You see everything we just talked about? Yeah.
That again. Duncan, would you like to introduce your song to the wonderful listeners?
Yes, this is a song that I really like just now. It's by a band called Block Party. It's quite an old one. It's called Octopus, and it's just really funky, jazzy, and techno-y. It's good.
Nice one. Anyway, do not go away. We'll see you in about 3 minutes' time.